Good morning, everyone. After the Speaker House of Representatives we withdraws the bill yesterday, the controversial bill, I continued my study about the bill, and I discovered that when the man said he borrowed the bill from India, UK, and so on and so forth, that was a lie. Now, this is what I discovered. In 1984, and some other military regimes in Nigeria, there is what they call Decree 4. Go and Google it. Go and fact check what I'm going to say. This Decree 4 is a military dictatorship bill, something like that, or law, that will prevent you not to protest against the military, not to protest against any government agent or military regime, not to report against the government, and so on and so forth. That is Decree 4. Now, when I studied this Decree 4, that is exactly what the Speaker House of Assembly, House of Representatives wanted to bring into action in this Tinubu's administration. Now, when the likes of Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, the Mali, and the Niger military regime are working towards the development of their people, loving their people. If you even see the last protest that happened in Burkina Faso, the president of Burkina Faso left his seat, walked down to the street and go and meet the protesters and talk to them, and they were hailing him. So if all this military regime can be so democratic to their people, why is it that Tinubu regime is trying to take Nigeria back to military era? And when you talk about military coup, everybody will say, hey, no, don't go there, don't go there. This Speaker House of Representatives wanted to, impose Decree 4, a military dictator law, the military regime law. That is what he wanted to put on Nigerians. Now, in this video, I want to talk about why Africa and Nigerians love Ibrahim Traore than most of the democratic president, like Nigerian president, Senegal president, and so on and so forth. Recently, the same game that Nigeria is playing at the same time is the game the Senegal president is playing. They want to stop, media report right, and so on and so forth. They want to stop people's right to protest, people's right to do all those things. Now, another thing I figured out in this situation is that the government don't like people who report truth about them. They don't like when you are doing blogging and you're exposing facts about the government. They can do everything possible to kill you or to take you out. That is the government for you. During a peaceful protest, you saw what happened. They kill people, they shoot people, they use police, they defend their office by all means. So, this is my opinion. I am not imposing this opinion on anyone. In my opinion, I think military rulership in Africa, especially in West Africa, are beginning to show love to their people more than the democratic regime, more than the so-called democratic regime. Because this democratic regime, I am trying to understand what is going on, in the sense that they will subvert your will in voting. You can't vote for the person you want. They will rig the election. They will manipulate your will, your vote, to make sure the person they want to enter the seat will enter. That is the first coup. They will carry out civilian coup to bring somebody. And when the person assume office, or when you challenge the process by which they bring that person from to judiciary, they will still carry out a judicial coup against the people. And when they eventually start ruling, they will also carry out all kinds of dictatorship against the people. So, I want you to write it on the comment section. This democracy you are seeing in Nigeria, so-called democracy, and the military regime we are seeing in Niger now, in Burkina Faso, which one is better? Which one is better? For me, I think the military regimes are better. All these military regimes we are seeing in Africa, they are far better than what we are seeing in Nigeria. Now, the issue of petroleum in Nigeria, the issue of crude oil, it will not happen in the military regime. Remember that the 3 refineries were built during the military regime. That is what they will not tell you. We have a democratic regime who are making sure that the refineries will not work. The mainland bridges were built by the military. Only thing the civilian government could do is to paint it. Tell me, the military regime and democratic regime, which one is better? A military regime, if you talk against the government, they will look for you. Now, if you talk against the government, they will look for you. A military regime, if you protest, they will arrest you. Now, if you protest, they will kill you. What is the difference? For me, I like someone like Ibrahim Traore's administration more than all the so-called democratic regime I'm seeing. And Africans have continued to show love for these guys because they prove that there is something different we don't know about the military regimes. The military can be close to the people. I am not calling for military takeover, but I'm trying to explain a fact. And then people who call themselves Democrat in Nigeria, I'm trying to let them to understand that the people are watching and they are choosing other government over your government, because other governments that you call non-democrats, they are more close to their people. They give more power to their people. They control the resources more than the so-called Democrats. They protect their people more than the so-called Democrats. What is democracy without the protection of lives and property? What is democracy where people are dying? Democracy is a government of the people. You can't say the people have the government and the same people are dying. You can't say the people have the government and the same people are hungry. It is time for us to start questioning everything. We'll start to question everything. This will not go and continue to go like this in Nigeria. Never. We opt out for this corrupt democracy. We don't want it. According to Ibrahim Traore, you say you are a Democrat and you are killing people who are protesting. If that is the kind of democracy you want us to come and join, we don't need it. We don't need the democracy where you will talk the truth, they will send the SS after you. They said you are doing something against the state. But the actual people who are killing the state, who are destroying the state, are the presidency, the governors, the senators, the House of Rep members. The SS will be rubbing their names. They will, form an alliance to impoverish the people. Most of the people who are embezzling our money, the SS know them. But because they are in power, they are in office, the SS will not do anything. Do you think we can continue like this? Absolutely no. People are raising up. People are rising. People are raising up individuals among themselves who can challenge the status quo. If it is before, we keep quiet because we don't want to die. That is what we normally do before. We keep quiet, we don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. Don't talk, if you talk government, we come after you. But after some years, we started to understand, we begin to understand that what is the need of keeping quiet? People are really dying. So if you talk, you die. If you did not talk, you die. So let us talk and die. If you challenge the government, one day you will die. If you did not challenge the government, you will still die. People are being kidnapped every day. They did not challenge the government. So let us challenge the government. If it will lead to the kidnap of the innocent one, no problem. It's the same kidnap. As far as Nigeria is concerned, the youths are waking up. Before, the Northerners, if you do anything like protest all those things, a man will call you, the politicians, they will be able to brainwash you. That is why you find it difficult for you to see people who are protesting from the north before. But now it is absolutely different. People are now awake. People are now awake. And from what they are seeing in their Niger counterpart, where they have military regime, they are seeing love, they are seeing good governance, they are seeing good economy, they are seeing protection. Is there anyone that does not like a good thing? No, we all like good things. So people are trying to say that they want someone like Ibrahim Traore in Nigeria. That is the truth. Because the man is showing a good example of how a leader is supposed to be. I think the government of Nigeria should be ashamed of themselves. The government of Nigeria should be panicking because they have lost the people, they have lost their people. The Nigerian people are no longer in support of their government. Most of Nigerian people are not in support with this current administration because it doesn't mean well for us. By all means. Up till now, Tinubu has not addressed the protest. Up till now, he has not addressed the protest. But you know what? We don't have a country anymore. It's not a country. It's like a court where the political class are against the people. And I used to tell people, we have only two cultures, only two religions, the oppressed and the oppressors. I want Nigerian citizens to raise their head high because the time for liberation has come in all ramifications. The time of liberation has come. Our eyes has been opened. And I leave you with this quote. When the government fear the people, there will be freedom. But when the people fear the government, there will be tyranny.